What's it like to be back here with so many fellow veterans?
Well, it's been about 5 years since I was back. I came many years before, and I have a lot of friends, Belgian friends I've made over the years, and I was delighted that they showed up today. I hadn't seen them, since I was last here. It was 2008, and my company made a bayonet attack at Dillard on the 4th of January in '45. And the city of Ilsum dedicated a monument to my company, and that's the last visit I had made over here until this trip.
Yes, sir.
So it's just really great to be able to make the trip.
Now, understanding the war being a draft, but you still served after the war.
Well, I've stayed in the Army as a professional soldier for 35 years.
Yes, sir. Why did you serve?
I enjoyed it. I was an Army brat, and I liked what I was doing. And at the time, I decided to make up the career. I was the first sergeant of a parachute rifle company, and I was the #1 guy in the company. So, what do you want? But I enjoyed the military experience.
What's been the proudest moment of your service? The proudest moment of your military career?
I have to think about that. I guess I have to tell you a little story, and perhaps the proudest time is I came home one day and my wife told my little daughter, said, "Your father's going to be promoted to full colonel." And my youngest daughter looked at me and said, "What are you now, half a colonel?" And that sort of brought me down to earth, but very proud, to have started during World War II as a private and retired as a colonel. So I could say it was a very proud moment for me.
Yes, sir. And you served, obviously, during the Bulge. You were at Bastogne?
No, I was with the 82nd up north. We were doing the heavy lifting in north.
Oh, yes, sir.
And 101, they were in their villas down here in Bastogne. Just kidding. It's a friendly rivalry between the two divisions. No, but we're up in the northern shoulder and kind of partnered with the 30th Infantry Division and hemmed up Joachim Piper and L'Eglise, and he really stopped that northern plunge led by Joachim Piper. And the 82nd, we lost a lot of very good veterans from Sicily and Italy and Normandy and Holland in the Bulge.
Sir, when you think about those men and people who served, what has gotten you through the toughest of times, as it was during the Bulge?
Well, you always think that it's not going to happen to you, that it's the other guy that's going to get hit. And I was very lucky, had good health, and I think it just also lucky because I had a lot of my friends that were killed or wounded right around me, and somehow I wasn't, so I'm thankful for that.
Yes, sir. And sir, do you have any advice for the men and women serving in uniform today?
Well, I think they should do as the Army says, you do the best that you can, and make up your mind that if it's going to be a career, you do the very best that you can, and you can succeed. And anything less than that is just not going to work. You got to do your best all the time, and be loyal, and I think be willing to not do things that are illegal or immoral. And if you're against an order, then you tell your commander that that's something against your beliefs, and if you're given an order to do it, unless it's something totally immoral, then you don't do it. You just have to be that way, I think.
Yes, sir.
And somehow we've kind of lost some of that, I think, in the last few years.
And Frank?
What was your reaction when the Germans launched that surprise attack on December 16th?
My battalion, as I said, we were in Italy, and we jumped in southern France. And when the campaign ended there, we came by train up to northern France, and we had just settled into a French fort near Soissons, and alerted at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to the wherever, because no one knew where the German forces were. So that's the way it all started, and we were, totally shocked that this had happened. So we were sitting in open bed trucks, and it was a day like today, sleeting and snowing, and we're on our way up to the front, and I can remember that day we're going up, and I can see tanks and trucks and people going south, and we're going north. And I thought, what's wrong with this picture, you know, because the front line must be up there, and why all these people are going that way? But, you know, the 82nd was committed very quickly, and it did a really fine job. It took a lot of losses, and they, on the south side, they fought Joachim Piper's outfit to a standstill Stewart, which was I think the furthest point of Piper was, he was defeated there and had to pull back into Leglise. And the 504 Regiment, they fought a great battle there that night and stopped him.
Yes, sir.
And how did you feel when the Third Army broke through that bulge and started to push through the end of the battle?
Well, that was great news, and everyone was just delighted to hear about the General Patton. I mean, he was the rage then, still is. I think in many of the soldiers' minds, he really was an outstanding commander. He was a hard guy, and he had his weaknesses like we all have, but he got the job done. And it's a real honor to be here today. At my age, it's an honor to be anywhere today except under the ground.
And how's the trip been so far?
It's very, very tiresome, but very good. Enjoyed it very much.
What stood out the most to you about meeting the Belgians and the Luxembourgers?
Well, how much they appreciate, and that they've not forgotten what happened during World War II. And of course, my unit didn't serve here in Luxembourg. We're up north, but it's the same memory we share of our losses.
Frank, questions? Okay. Sir, is there anything else you'd like to say before heading back to America?
Say again?
Oh, is there anything else that you'd like to say before heading back to America?
No, it's just that this has been a great trip, and everyone has been so nice to us. We really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So thank you so much for your time. And then,
Thank you.